I'm
A
actually
pretty
going to
good,
come
like,
on
real
camera.
world use case, real world application.
Josh, I'm coming on camera this time, not just the avatar. It's the real Campbell.
Okay.
I am now dressed for an appointment. So you see, I
Alright.
actually do wear business clothes. So I have taken inspiration from Josh, from what he's been teaching of how to go out and find deals to create the bait to be able to approach other people. So the strategy that I took, I told Josh I wanted to start doing some multifamily. And so he gave me some advice on that. And what I ended up doing, I hopped into our MLS. I pulled up expireds for the last 12 months because my theory is anybody who's got a multifamily house that's trying to sell really does want to sell. They just didn't get the results they wanted. It's probably still for sale at any point in time if they're thinking of selling. So that was my thought. And I hit the honey hole. I called a guy who had a triplex in Cartersville, Georgia. I got him on the phone, senior citizen, mid 70s. They're starting to trim down their portfolio because they've had a very successful career. And he said, yeah, I'm more than glad to let you do this as an off market deal. And as I'm in the conversation, it whispers in the back of my head, Josh, who he said he got this from Sean, always asks, do you have any properties in your current inventory that you wish you didn't have? And he said, as a matter of fact, I've got a house that's rented for $2,000 a month that I'd like to sell also. He said, I'll get you a dollar figure for it. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll have it for you shortly. Then today, while we were on the morning session with Josh, Josh has encouraged us to work while we're there. Don't just listen. So today I jumped into following up on some of my leads that have come in. I had a
It was
lead
great.
come in.
He was avatar, and I could see him talking, but he was muted, so I knew something was
Yeah,
happening.
I was at it. And I followed up on somebody that came in on a property that I do not handle personally. It was a commercial lease for rent. And the pay for that is so low, and it's just not something that I'm skilled at. So I'm not going to learn that. I was going to refer it out. But as we got into the conversation with the lady, she understood that no, it's for sale, not for, I mean, it's for rent, not for sale. I said, no, I'm not interested in that. She said, we own investment property. I said, what do you guys specialize in? She said, multifamily. I said, as a matter of fact, I've got a unit in Cartersville, an off-market deal for a 3-unit for a triplex. And I went through the numbers with her. She said, I want to see it today if we can. I said, I can't do it today. I'm already booked. So we're trying to put together a time to do that. She's heading back down to Florida. She's here between here and Florida on a regular basis. And as we get in there, same thing whispers in the back of my head. Do you have any properties in your current inventory, in your portfolio, that you wish you didn't? She said, as a matter of fact, I do. I've got a house in Atlanta, and it's such a long drive down there that we've decided we're going to sell it. It's been a rental property for us, fully renovated, AC 2 years old, roof 5 years old, new kitchen, new bathroom, new everything. She said, we just want to get rid of it and put that money elsewhere. I said, so tell me what else you've got. She said, I've also got an apartment complex in the local area that's a 48-unit complex that I'm willing to sell right now for $10 million. So I went from one phone call to a guy for a property priced at $575. So now I've got that property to shop. I got a house for him to shop that's currently rented, got 10 months left on that. And I've got a house in Atlanta and a 45-unit apartment complex, all from one phone call to get the ball started. And then I started shopping that out to other people. So the process you're talking about, Josh, I am totally enthralled with being a matchmaker here.